Self-awareness. Noun. Conscious knowledge of one's own character, feelings, motives, and desires. Self-awareness is the capacity for introspection and the ability to recognize oneself as an individual separate from the environment and other individuals. Slow Key, aka Mr. Superfax. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the the Mr. Superfax family, aka the Low Key T family, man. First things first, I need y'all to hit that like button, family. Thank you kindly. Also, I want to welcome you to the new segment. We call this King Talk. This is pretty much gonna be, you know, me sharing some enlightenment from my past, some experiences that I went through. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, hopefully I could, help one person. If not, we can relate. You can vibe out. So with that, man, let's get into this, man. King Talk, self-awareness. Okay? And also, before I get started, if you want to support Low Key T, if you want to support Mr. Superfax, the link to the tip jar will be in the description, okay? So let's hop up into this, man. When it comes to self-awareness, it's a lot of moving parts, man. It's a lot to be self-aware about. You need to know yourself, you need to know your enemy, you need to know love. You need to know everything is temporary. You need to know you're immortal. Once you're self-aware, you become a king forever. Okay? We're going to talk about the pros of being self-aware. We're going to talk about the cons of being self-aware. But the first thing that I want to get into is that when you're self-aware, you become a psychic. You can see your own future. You can predict your own future. Okay? You ain't gotta go to a spiritualist. You ain't gotta go see Miss Cleo. You can see your own future because you're handcrafting it. Literally. You see where you are right now. Discipline is the key word. I mean, discipline is definitely going to be a topic on, one of these segments. But discipline and self-awareness go hand in hand. In order to be self-aware, when you begin on that journey, you must be the best definition of discipline. I'll be honest with you, man. You damn near, in today's climate, in today's society, you damn near have to be a scary ass nigga out here. Let's talk about pregnancy, man. Let's talk about pregnancy, man. You look. Let's keep it a buck. You can pop any chick you want. But all it take is some pre-cum slide. You don't even have to bust a nut in a chick, bro. You don't even have to bust a nut in the chick. The chick could be on birth control. Let's keep it a buck. You can fuck around and get some pre-cum in a chick. Next thing you know, you got a kid on the way. She said, I'm not eating a pill. Your life is now held hostage. Just keep it, let's be honest. That's where the discipline comes into it. No matter how pretty she is, no matter how much you begin to trust her, if you're not ready yourself, if the bag isn't secured, wear that condom, man. Jack off, man. Pause. Fuck it. Be abstinent, man. Shit sound corny as hell. But I'd rather be corny than a father right now. It's king talk, man. So yeah, you can pop any chick you want, man. But the question is it worth it? Is that girl you knocking down worth the risk? You trying to deal with that female for the rest of your life, man? Self-awareness. See the future. You see the future because you're crafting it when you're self-aware. Simple. But I really want to go. I just want to back up a little bit. Know yourself, man. I don't care how long you have relationships with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your grandmother, your great-grandmother. That bald head bitch you used to fuck around with. Your homie that stay with a fresh do-rag from the gas station. No matter who or how long you are in communications with people, no one on this planet will ever know you better than you know yourself. No matter how much you lie to yourself, no matter how much you're inauthentic with your own damn self, no one will ever know you better than you know yourself. Ever. Know yourself. Take pride in knowing you're putting in the time to understand yourself. I'll be honest with you, when you become self-aware, you realize how self-unaware the majority of people are out here. You realize that, wow, judging by the actions of these people either around me, near you, whatever the case may be, you realize, wow, these people don't really give a fuck about how they look. They don't care about how they look. To themselves. When you a king, you're not concerned about how other people perceive you. You create your own perception. We're talking about how these other people perceive themselves, in which they don't. They just do. They don't think, they just do. You feel me? Know yourself, man. Know your weaknesses. If your pull-out game is whack as fuck, wear a condom. If you know the last time you tried to cook something You had to use the fire extinguisher. Hit up the drive-through, man. Yes, we joking around right now, but know your flaws. Not only know them, accept them, and then embrace them, and then improve on them. It's a process to everything, man. Period. It's a process to everything, man. Know your flaws. Man, woman, whoever. Know your flaws, man. Accept them, embrace them, and then improve on them. In that order. If you do not attack your flaws in that order, then your actions will be the same for the rest of your life. You'll be a person that you don't even like. You won't like yourself. Can you imagine? Once you know yourself, no one on the face of this planet can ever tell you who you are. Right? And I'm talking on a spiritual level. I'm talking on a mental level, an emotional level, and a physical level. Know who you are so no one can ever confuse you about your own damn self. Know who you are so you can elevate to being a free thinker. So you can reconnect with your soul. Alright? So know yourself first. Know your enemy, man. Know your enemies, man. Know who don't like you, man. Know who want to see you fail. Embrace that. Use it as motivation. Use it as competition. I'm not telling you to love your enemy. We not on that type of time. But know your enemy. It's like a what? It's like a boxing match. Protect yourself at all times around your enemies. Period. There's no excuse, once you're self-aware, to ever be caught off guard by someone who is your enemy. I don't care if it's your mother or your father. Your family could pose a bigger threat to you, your life, your existence, your health, your safety, your well-being, more than anyone else at times. Trust me, I've been through it. Conquer your enemy, man. Like a king, conquer your enemy. Succeed. Smiling, and you smile in their face. No words. Words won't match. The actions of greatness. You don't have to say anything to your enemy. Use your actions. Propel yourself into utter greatness. That'll kill your enemies for you, man. That'll kill your enemies for you. Know your enemy and conquer that motherfucker. Triple salute Jamel Collins on the check-in, man. Let me make you a sniper real quick, homie. We up late tonight, man. We up late tonight, baby. We on some whole new shit tonight. We on some whole new shit tonight. Let's get it. If you got any input, Jamel, go ahead and throw it up in the chat, man. So know your enemy, conquer that motherfucker. Step on their necks through your success. Don't say a word to them. Don't even acknowledge them. Treat them like peasants. Treat them below peasants. If you're doing what you're doing, all you need to acknowledge is your own greatness. God damn. Jesus Christ. R.I.P. Young Greatness. No love. No love. Know that love is temporary, dog. See, the thing about love is this, man. I live in Jersey, man. Love is like nice weather in Jersey. It's not gonna be around for long, okay? Self-awareness, man. If you're self-aware, you understand the climate of not only yourself and your emotions and feelings and energy, but you understand your surroundings. You understand, what's going on in the society you live around, man. And unfortunately, right now, in 2018, we live in a society and we're surrounded by people that they don't know how to properly love. The majority of people, at least that from what I come across, they don't know how to properly love, whether it be themselves or others. So sometimes you got, when it comes to love, something so, pure, man. Something as powerful as love, you gotta understand. If you stumble upon it, embrace it. But more than anything, embrace the moment. Embrace that moment. Embrace that opportunity. Because it's not going to last forever. Period. It's not going to last forever. Know how love works, man. Know the nigga that's riding next to you, that's your dog, man. Today. But 9 times out of 10, when you look up, it's gonna come a day that nigga that's your dog, he's not gonna be there. That chick, you was just ready to kill somebody for, they're not going to be there. You're gonna look around, your entire life is different, the setting is different. The only thing left is you. It's not going to make sense. It's not. I can tell you right now. That's the whole point of me making this video. But when you're self-aware, you're always prepared. God damn. You fucking with it? Jamel, you fucking with it? What you think, man? So no love, man. Know it when it's pure. Know it when it's demonic. Know that you have no control over it. Know the only thing you can do with love in this world is appreciate it and enjoy it. and enjoy that moment. That's all I can tell you about love. As a king, a real king typically loves from a distance. He prefers to be loved from a distance. So when that temporary emotion fades or crumbles, the impact isn't as severe. It's sad to say, but only a fool would let their emotions drown in a sea of love. Let's keep it a buck. Only a fool. Call it what you want, pessimistic, so on and so forth. But kings love different. Kings love different. A king will tell you, listen, baby, I love you, but I gotta go get it. You feel me? Where we at with it? I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. A brief, quote. A true king is wise, and a wise king will always admit that he knows nothing. All right? So I just wanted, had to throw a quote up in there. So the pros of being self-aware, man. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, most of all spiritually, energy from the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th dimension. When you reconnect with your soul, when you graduate to being a king, you realize the energy within you is immortal. You will never die. It don't matter what physical pain you go through on this motherfucker. You will never die. Alright? Pros are when you realize your self-awareness, you're so fucking powerful, dude. It's like that Kanye song, man. Can't tell me nothing, right? When you become, and it's not like an immature brat or a raggedy thought. You can't tell me nothing. No. It's, I've done what I'm supposed to do here. I've reconnected with my soul here. In a world that's tried its hardest to push me away from having control over my own damn self. Need to pat yourself on the back, bro, with both hands, man. King talk, man. The pros, the power. The power, dude. The power of being self-aware. Is unmatchable to anything on this planet, fam. Period. Period. Let's talk about the cons of being self-aware. The cons of being self-aware. The con is your ass gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. Con is you gonna be working in a fucking strip club. The con is you're going to breed nothing but chaos. If you don't know who you are, then who the hell are you? You're whoever. I'm sorry, you're whatever anyone tells you you are, right? If you have no clue of what you stand for, then how can you gauge your potential of the fuck shit you do? If you don't know who you are, you're a liability. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. If you don't know who you are, you're part of the problem. You're what everyone calls, and we call them the sheep. All right. The cons of being self-unaware is the equivalent of misery. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know people who they're spiritually dead. They don't know who they are. They can't be consistent with morals or what they stand for. They're like a fucking flip-flop, man. Just flippity, floppity, floppity, flippity, man. It's hard to watch. It sucks when you develop a relationship with somebody. And this was going into what I wanted to bring up. But when you develop a relationship with somebody, that's lost. You become attracted to a person physically, you fuck around, the sex is alright, the conversation is cool, but then you look up and you realize, damn, I don't think this person knows who they are. This person really doesn't have genuine self-confidence. We don't match, whether it be an intimate relationship or a platonic relationship. A lot of people get to the point where they realize we don't match. So definitely going into my next point, man. If you find yourself in a situation where you're self-aware and the other person isn't, that's a mismatch. And the only thing you can do is leave. Even though your soul, your spirit, your energy is immortal, even though you will live forever, the time we physically have on this dimension, this planet, this earth, is limited. So why waste it trying to save someone else that you, when you could be vibing with someone who's also self-aware? That's like a mountain lion hanging out with a beetle. Mountain lion looking at the beetle like, you ain't on my fault. You ain't on my level, little nip. You ain't on my level, little nip. Not saying that that person doesn't, deserve compassion and love and all that shit. But the fact of the matter is, they're not on your level. Therefore, they don't deserve it from you. Let them find that, whatever it is they're looking for, from someone else. Am I talking some shit, man? Is anything I'm saying making sense? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, man. King talk. No, everything is temporary. Everything. Everything is temporary. Everything. Everything that is everything is temporary. A king knows that nothing lasts forever. Make the most, take advantage of every opportunity that crosses you. All right? Let's talk about some tips to become self-aware. Yeah, it's all just an experience. Super facts. Let's talk about some tips to become awareness, man. If you got any tips, Jamel, throw it in the chat, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't even remember how I became self-aware, dog. I don't even remember how I became self-aware. I think it was just, I didn't have no family I could talk to. My family doesn't get along with each other, so I had nobody to talk to. I was in and out of relationships. I just got bored with chicks. They just never really, you know what I mean? Even when I was a child, they just weren't really on my level, man. Friends, I can't keep friends, man. So I think with me, I became self-aware by default because I was always isolated. I really didn't have to. Well, let me say this. When you're isolated, you tend to look within you more often by default because you have no one else. You don't have any distractions. All you have is yourself. That's it. So I think that was my situation, man. It was just, yeah. I'm vibing with myself today. Let me write some poetry. Let me write some songs. Let me listen to some music that I can relate to. Let me play basketball by myself. Let me shoot around. The nigga ended up starting talking to himself, man. I'm not ashamed to say it. Low-key T talked to himself. I have the best conversations in the fucking world with myself. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. I have the best conversations in the world with myself, man. So I do think it's a blessing that I could come up on YouTube or whatever platform, and pretty much have a long ass conversation with myself, and hopefully one person understand what the hell I'm talking about. But tips, let's get back to tips to being self-aware, man. I guess the first thing I could say is isolate yourself, man. Get away from the distractions and isolate yourself. Go somewhere where you know no one's going to bother you for a couple hours. Get your mind right. Think about all the fucked up shit going on in your life that you normally run away from mentally. Address that shit. Figure out a solution in your head. Unpack all that baggage and bullshit. Address it head on. Solve the problem. Keep it a buck, man. You know, another piece of advice is be honest. Be honest even when it hurts you or others. Be honest. Don't bite your tongue. If you feel it, say it. Let your soul speak, my nigga. Let your soul speak, man. Let your soul speak, man. Yeah, that's good to do, man. I'm not saying sit alone in the dark, light an incense, listen to Drake. Nah, man. I'm saying isolate yourself, man. Consider the fucking park, man, for all I care. Could sit in the fucking back of a Five Guys for all I care. It's just about, going within, man. But be honest. I think that's another great tip. Be honest, man. With everybody, everything, man. To the point where you love it. To the point where you love being honest. To the point where you feed off of the truth. That's where you get your energy. When you're telling the truth, when you come across people, when people cross your path that tell the truth to you. I think this is one of the biggest. I think this is one of the biggest bombs. What bombs right here? If you want to be self-aware, turn off your TV, bro. If you want to be self-aware and are you serious about being self-aware, you got to turn the TV off. That means ESPN or Bron ESPN, CNN, all that. You got to turn that shit off, man. You got to turn that off, man. Because all the TV is selling you is narratives. So you got to turn the TV off, man. Yeah, man. Triple salute Jamel Collins on the check-in, man. What else? What's some more tips, man? Like I said, you can meditate. I'm not saying do yoga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see none of my niggas in yoga pants. You can meditate though. Get you some basketball shorts on. God damn. And meditate, man. Go within. Like I said. I heard some shit where they said human beings used to be able to levitate and fly and shit. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm scared of heights, but shit, I'm trying to fly. Shit. What else? So we said isolate yourself, be honest, you can meditate. What else we got? How else can we become self-aware? Surround yourself with people that are surround yourself with people that are self-aware, that are confident, that love themselves, not in an egomaniac type of way, in a I'm happy with who I am physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Surround yourself with those type of people, and that energy is gonna become a trend. It's gonna be trending to you. You're gonna be like, wow. You feel me? Naturally, I know it's gonna. Trust me, man. Trust me, man. It's 2018, man. It's a lot of hateful motherfuckers out here, man. I know, I know, I know, I know. But I'm living proof, man. It ain't gotta be in person. I'm living proof, man. I created a YouTube channel. All I wanted to do was reach out to the world and see if any people that shared the same energy as I do, see if they reach back, man. And they did, man. And they did, man. So definitely surround yourself with people with the energy that you aspire to have yourself. Let's get one more up in here. What's one more tip for a person to become self-aware? What's one more tip? Let me think. Don't make excuses. I think that's a perfect tip. Don't make excuses, man. Don't fall victim to that cognitive dissonance bullshit. Don't make excuses, man. Kings don't make excuses. Kings make observations. We already covered this. Kings make observations, but they refuse to make excuses. Put that shit on a t-shirt, man. Kings make observations, not excuses. Put that on a fucking t-shirt, man. Super facts. Don't make any. I don't want to. None of that. Hashtag no excuse gang. He did. We going in tonight, man. We going in. We going in tonight, man. And I guess the last thing I can leave y'all with, man, is even though you're self-aware or you graduate to self-awareness, understand that everyone won't master self-awareness. Everyone around you or people that you might have loved before you have become enlightened or whatever, you know, they're just not, they just might not be capable of reaching the level you at this lifetime. Let's just be honest. Everyone won't master the level of sanity you have. They're gonna confuse it, misconstrue it. They're gonna take everything you say out of context. They're gonna call you crazy. They're gonna call you a hater. They're gonna call you a conspiracy theorist. They're gonna put every label on you They're going to call you everything but the Son of God. That's when that confidence, that's when that discipline, that's when that power of true self-awareness will kick in and jumpstart a king. And you'll brush that bullshit right off your shoulders. Goddamn. You might even get to the point where you're invited. You might even be like low key T one day, man. You might invite it. And call me Mr. Superfax, aka Mr. Chimney. I want all the smoke. Allegedly. We going in tonight, Jamel. Self-awareness, king talk, man. Jamel Collins says, being able to think critical, thinking deep, thinking and being able to problem solve. Common sense. All that. Take that. King talk, man. So this was the new segment, man. It's called King Talk. Tonight we talked about, we discussed self-awareness. Definitely want to talk about other topics, discipline, morals, various other topics. This is just a platform, for us kings to vibe and share our past experience or our present experiences and chop it up with fellow kings that can relate, man. That's all this is, nothing more. So if y'all fuck with the new segment, man, hit that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a newcomer, man. Shout out the laziest sniper on YouTube, Jamel Collins. Triple salute, I see you. Self-awareness. I love y'all. I do this for y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. It's low key.